Welcome to the Sportier stream. Welcome to the Cross Progression League. It is the semi-finals here. The playoffs are nearing their close, and that means we're getting into the very top teams here. At least the semi-finals here for this division. This is the Awakening division. For them, their finals is actually going to be next week. Of course, for a couple of our divisions, the finals are going to be next week. Some are going to have them the week after. Ultimately, this is a big match, though. This is Awakening division, the lowest division of the league. This is that diamond level division, if you're wondering here, as it's going to be the Demo Demons versus N3 Overdrift on stream here for tonight. Our only match of the night here. A good one. We got some fun playoffs action here again. This is part of the Awakening division. Here's what the teams are lining up with here. The teams have met each other once before earlier this season. It was a win for N3 Overdrift back in Week 6 against the Demo Demons. A 3-2 victory. Point though with only 4 teams left. Getting into the thick of the playoffs action here. Real great matches happening here. And I mean, we're going to see some great action. Again, the winner of this is either going to play against the KG Dive Bombers or Vox Serpents. My money would be on the KG Dive Bombers, with the heavy favorites in this one, but in that matchup, they were the expected team to win. This matchup, you'd favor, if the team favored actually by game differential is Demo Demons from the regular season, the number 3 seed in this bracket. And the Overdrift, though, from history, did beat them once before. One of the 2 teams that beat the Demo Demons season. They themselves also suffering 2 losses. Both these teams had a 5-2 record in the regular season. Of course, though, they've made it to the playoffs, and they've won their first round of the playoffs. The quarterfinals, a 4-0 sweep for both these teams in their matchup. In fact, every match of the quarterfinals was a 4-0 sweep for the favorites. So, we'll expect to see matches get a little bit closer from here on out, with the fact that these top teams, well, there's a bit of a rank disparity. There isn't much, especially with these 2 teams. They're pretty close to each other in ranking as well. But, again, other side, KG Dive Bombers, a team that's gone perfectly this season, have won 8 matches, won 8 of their 8 matches, all matches this season. Vox Serpents on the other side, a team that had a 4-3 record, being a loss to the Dive Bombers. Everybody has lost to the Dive Bombers, at least has lost to the Dive Bombers this season, so, you know, everybody's kind of looking to play against them and the team that beats them here, so that'll be fun. Demo Demons got swept by them in Week 2, and N3 Overdrift lost in a 4-game series back in, to KCG Dive Bombers. It was Demo Demons who played them actually in Week 4. They lost 3-1, and the Overdrift went to Game 5 against the Dive Bombers, losing that one, so strangers to Game 5 here is N3 Overdrift, one of 2 teams from N3 in this tournament. The other one being N3 Overdrive, who got swept by Vox Serpents. We're moments away from getting things underway here. This is a best of 7 matchup. We'll take a look at our lineups here as we get into this thing. This is going to be a best of 7 with tactical timeouts at the disposal of these teams. And the Overdrift are already joining in. They've got EJ and Tryhard Echo. The Demo Demons, they only have 2 players. It's Blitz and King. As soon as they join in, we'll get this match underway. But again, we're well into playoffs at this point. Winner will be in the championship at the end of the season. Loser, obviously, is out. It's single elimination. Of course, still a lot to lose here. That championship's only 1 week away. Who they'll play against, we don't know. We haven't been confirmed anything. But it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a very good match. Now, again, we're moments away from this one beginning. Again, in terms of game differential, Demo Demons do lead. That's why the number 3 seed and the favorites in this matchup by rankings. It's N3 Overdrift, though, who, again, from history, have won against this team before. Take a look at the standings here. I can tell you exactly what the game differential these teams have. Demo Demons, they're number 2. Why am I saying they're number 3? They're number 2 seed in this thing. At the 5-2 record, plus 12 game differential. Interestingly enough, that's only 1 game behind the game differential of the Dive Bombers, who again went 7-0 this season, so at plus 13. And the Overdrift, a bit further behind, plus 7 game differential. Vox Serpents, by comparison, the number 4 seed. The only other team with a positive game differential at plus 3 through the regular season. Of course, all 4 teams won their first match in a sweep, so you would expect them to be able to be competitive, be consistent. Again, you'd expect this match to be pretty close, all things considered. Of course, the goal for these teams at this point get it to the grand finals, get yourself to the championship here. Well, they're not the only championship that's going to be happening in short order. We've got the Paradise Cup coming up literally tomorrow. So sign up for the Paradise Cup for all of you wondering out there. That's a Cool Battles tournament, $600 tournament. It starts tomorrow evening, Friday, August 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is the start time. Sign-ups close at 6 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, August 14th, the Friday. And it will be a 3-day group battles action, 3v3, 2v2, and 1v1, all displayed. So if you're looking for group battles action, do !Paradise in chat to join the bracket. Again, sign-ups haven't closed yet, so be a part of the Paradise Cup. Join the Paradise here this upcoming weekend. Coverage on this channel starts tomorrow, so we'll be here every single day of the weekend. I'll be here every single day of the 3-day tournament, covering as we go from like 60 teams all the way down to a single champion. We'll get into a match in just a moment here, this best of 7. Hello, EJ. Nice to see you in chat. Good luck in your upcoming matchup. I hope you won't be looking at this chat while you're playing. Please don't distract yourself. Oh, well, this is some good timing. I went right back to the match, and in comes Blitz and King. They're here. I think they are just about ready here. Well, I hope you all are ready as well. Because I think I'm ready too. Just checking out quick there, but I think everything's fine. Let's get our best of 7 underway here. The winner will be in the grand finals next week. The loser is out. It's the semifinals. I think this is a match that need no introduction, except that the last 2 times these teams played each other, it went to Game 5. Week 6 of the regular season. A match won by N3 OVERDRIFT. They're not the favorites in this matchup, though. It is the Demo Demons with a game differential 5 games better than OVERDRIFT from the regular season. But all that matters is getting 4 wins in this matchup, in this best of 7. Demo Demons on the blue, it's N3 OVERDRIFT, the only team remaining of N3 on the orange, and that's not a good start for N3. An easy one for Blitz. The Demo Demons looking to start their comeback, their revenge arc. Very hard. Echo's going to be pretty unhappy with that one. A complete giveaway. One that really wasn't really all that testing. Demo Demons kind of just locked it at him. One that you wonder if the nerves are showing. This early, you definitely don't want to be nervous. Says, oh, that's a big miss there. An open net for EJ. And into the overdrift now with EJ getting involved a little bit. It's very easy to get nervous in matches like these. What you gotta do is you gotta remain calm. Something that isn't happening. That's for certain, Demo Demons. Well, a double commits, and a pretty careless one at that. It's King and Blitz not on the same page. And it's an easy one to capitalize. EJ and Echo right on top of it. And an answer here in Game 1 of this best of 7 series. 1-1 for each. And as this match goes onward, you would expect these players are going to try to calm themselves down. It's something that a lot of these people are probably not used to, is being in a situation this high intensity. Best Progression League, one of the few leagues I know of that actually has a diamond level division. Not every league does that. You wonder if they're exactly comfortable playing in this kind of mode, but you're going to have to pretty quickly here, because I can tell you for a fact that so often in these matchups, those nerves can be a difference maker. I think it's easier said than... It's easy to say, but it's so tough to get rid of those match nerves. I mean, I'm someone who suffers from match nerves myself. It comes at you quickly, and it's so tough to break through, because it feels like it's an overwhelming force. And one of the biggest problems when you have those kind of nerves, at least from my experience, is that you often tunnel vision and resort to playing a simple game where you're not really paying attention to everything around you. Your situational awareness really falls, and it's one of the things that really takes the biggest hit. You know anything about this game, being able to know where everybody is and what's happening around you is one of the best ways to make the right decision. That's going to be a really good challenge. King's going to make it 2-1, his first goal of the night, as Blitz steals it off of Echo and EJ, who is following very close behind. Not going to be able to get to that one fast enough. Looks like we're having ping issues. We'll probably get a reset afterwards. As Demo Demons still only up by 1 here will be EJ! Oh, it's a big save from Blitzu. Had to rush back in time there. It was a mistake made by King, who, in an interesting choice, has gone, I think, with the Esper this game. It's an interesting card choice. But look, if Azapatos can play on the Sensio, oh, that's going to fall in. Oh, EJ is going to get an answer here. It's 2-2, and a bit of an unexplainable fashion. Just going to bounce off the corner, and well, you had full faith there if you're King that Blitz would have that one. Really poor timing, and this game is even, and there's been a lot of mistakes so far. If you want to win this tournament, it's not going to come down to making mistakes like that. You got to be able to be consistent. That's really not something we're seeing right now. The defense is struggling to just get themselves into this game. I think everybody's getting a bit too antsy as Demo Demons go for a double commit, and N3 Overdrift catches them. Yeah, these teams are getting very antsy. This might be a series where it just comes down to who's able to wrestle the nerves first. Halfway through, only halfway through. A lot of time to recover for the Demo Demons, but both these teams, the first place they're going to need to look at to recover in is the defensive side. Too many mistakes for my liking, because reminder that while you can win this matchup, maybe making some mistakes, that Grand Finals is a matchup that's going to require your all and your everything. Being a mistake-prone team is not exactly a recipe for success in that matchup, as that should have been put in by Blitz. It'll be King, looking back for Blitz again, who will take another pot at the net. It's up the back wall. Second touch. Oh, it's Blitz, who just barely almost stuck it by Echo. Everybody up for the Demo Demons, who consequentially haven't had any demos this game. King to EJ, and Blitz, bit of an unwise push there. It's kind of left his backfield a bit vulnerable, and both players going for the boost here for Demo Demons. No one to save the shot, and 3 to the net. A threat there. Blitz will hold, and he's going to look for a little bit of help here from King. Long shot, EJ. Missed it completely! And it's 3-3 even. Well, Ping's not going to have nothing to do with that one. EJ, just not up in time. He didn't fast aerial. And if he fast aerials, he gets to that. But because he doesn't, too slow, goes right over the nose of his car, and its game is even once more. As the Demo Demons, more than happy to take a goal back. Now, looking for another one. There's a big demo from Blitz. Okay, we haven't seen much of the demos from the Demo Demons. Oh, as that should have been in. A big chance for King. I don't think he realized just how open the net was from N3. The Demo Demons still not giving up this pressure. It's Blitz. We need a little bit more loft on that one, and instead it will fall right to EJ. As King will win that challenge, but will only fall to EJ here of N3. Cooks her pinch away. Blitz. Long touch. King. Chasing. It's bouncing around the corner. Will be N3 to look for something. It will be Blitz instead to clear. EJ. Blitz to the corner. He's going to take out one. That's a beautiful pinch away, and Demo Demons will not be able to do much with it. In fact, they've gone the wrong direction here. It's a chance for EJ. Well taken by King, who will prevent that chance and, in fact, get his team some more offense. It's not there, though. He's going to play defensively. Oh, he jumps very early on that one. He's going to be happy that King's back, because that was a little too early of a jump. He had time. That ball wasn't going to go to the nets. I think maybe he was trying to preach up the shot that never really was all that threatening to begin with, and N3 still have offense here. They're kind of twisting their way around. Maybe last chance will fall to Echo. He's got room, but it's King who will close it down quickly, and he's going to let this one end in overtime in game 1. Overtime, so stressful. Talk about the pressure that these teams are feeling. More pressure in a situation like this, knowing the risk that you face. Well, it's early in the series. There's so much that can happen. Overtime just has that extra bit of pressure on you, because you know exactly what the situation entails to you. You score, you win, you don't score, and it's your team that will be facing the deficit early. Echo missed. EJ will cut. King jumping. It'll be Blitz now. To King. He'll find the corner, trying to get a bump on Echo, who does well to avoid. The Demo Demons going to shake in a little bit more of those physical plays. They haven't really been all that effective this game, though. What has been effective has just been good shooting. Throw the ball at the N3 Overdrift team, see if they can handle it. Both these teams have been relatively nervous. So far this game, I feel like I can just see it from them. Just throwing the ball at the net, seeing what they can and cannot handle. Could be the difference as it's an open net back here. King, oh, he jumped over. I think he actually had the shot there if he just doesn't jump to it. He must have thought there was no chance it was going to go wide. Because you don't jump like that. If you're trying to get to the ball first, you always want to stay on the ground. Your car's faster there. Oh, as they run into each other, Demo Demons shaken up, I think, a little bit. The N3 Overdrift survival thus far in this game. Normally plays, I think that Demo Demons would have no problem tucking away. They've had issues with in this overtime alone. EJ, lovely pinch. That's going to be read, though, by King, and he's going to throw it towards the net. Is that one in? It's off the back post and out. Oh, boost here for the Demo Demons. They'll be forced back as EJ looking for a bump of his own. It will be left for Blitz instead to take. Back goes Echo. Drop ball will be still for N3 as in goes Blitz. He doesn't get all of it. He's going to be in a real tough predicament here as he'll take this ball back to his own half of the field. King dribbles. King still. He's taking the boost in the middle of the field. He's going to look for a midfield pass. Instead, he's bumped off by Echo. They run into each other. Chance to shoot. It's not in. Well, another great chance for the Demo Demons. That one kind of gifted to them by N3 Overdrift. Now it's N3's time to get a little bit lucky once again. And now maybe the chance to score. You think at some point they've got to get a chance to end this game. They haven't had a lot this overtime to show for. As they'll throw it at net. Easily kept away by King. Second touch. Not enough to fool Echo. On the dribble, he will carry this one out. It's Blitz again. It's Demo Demons who can catch him on a quick counter. King will be first. This one towards the goal, but right at Echo. That shot's got any height on it. I think Echo struggles to find it. A touch on it. Instead is low and uninspiring. Demo Demons still, though, keep trying. For all the missed chances that they've had, if they keep putting in these opportunities, they're going to find a goal eventually. It might just take them a while. That's time that N3 Overdrift can work with. What a touch from Blitz, my goodness. Oh, and it's got through Echo as well, who didn't handle it very well. EJ, the King. He's trying to find Blitz here, but no option. It's a giveaway that N3 Overdrift will work with to the back wall. Second touch. This one is above the back wall. It is one that King will get to. He'll leave it in the midfield. There's no one there. Oh, it's gone in. An own goal ends game one. That can't possibly be how this game ends. EJ will just have to sit there and weep about the worst time for a defensive blow-up. And it's the Demo Demons who do find their chance eventually. They had so many good looks at the nets. I don't think that was one of them. But it will be the fluky goal that ends this game in overtime. In matches like these where it doesn't feel like there's much to separate them, that was the separation. Man, I don't know how on earth you recover from an own goal like that after such a long overtime. Well, an absolute tragedy in game one. I don't know what else to say except an unfortunate set of circumstances meeting N3 Overdrift. Game 2, moments away. Mind that these teams do have tactical timeouts if they choose to use them. But I don't know what to say about that. We'll go to game 2 immediately here, but that is a tough goal to shake off. I might be spending a good amount of time of this second game just trying to understand themselves a little bit better. We'll go into game 2. The Demo Demons, to capitalize on this one, they definitely struggled in game 1 to put shots away. They themselves were not immune from defensive mistakes either. Just that it was not their mistakes that ended the game. As here's an open net, it's sent in by Blitz, my goodness. A little bit of pace as well. I don't think he needed to have that kind of a shot to score, but he'll be more than happy to take it. As he hook shots it into the bottom right corner. And I think if we're in for the Overdrift, let's say bad omen for them here already to start out this game. The Demo Demons just trying to find themselves a little bit more comfortable considering the circumstances. I don't think you can ever really truly be comfortable in a match like this. They know what what this match means in the grand scheme of things in terms of their playoffs. Knowing that kind of pressure, that kind of situations on you, again, you can never truly be fully comfortable. You can definitely try your best at it. Then 3 Overdrift will hold. EJ trying to force in a challenge from Blitz, who does well not to go. Echo to the corner. King, who hasn't put a foot wrong since the start of this game so far, will clear it away. He's going to be chased here by Echo, but it will be play left for Blitz, who kind of stops moving for a moment. Low boost though for EJ. That corner is open if he decides to take it, but he won't. In fact, he pays for it with his life. It's an open chance. It is cleared out of the line. And the Overdrift. Sorry, Overdrive is the other team. And the Overdrift see the ball away is cleared. EJ to the corner. It'll be for King. This one trying to find the net. It's a powerful touch, but a little too high. And the Demo Demons all the way back to defense here as, oh, a miss for King. Blitz is in a real bad spot. Overdrift don't make any great chances out of it. Now they run into each other. This should be an easy play for Blitz to handle, albeit he was not facing the right direction. He was cutting to the ball the wrong direction. If he's in his net there, it's an easy touch. Instead, he's left his team vulnerable, and it will be Tryhard Echo who will find the finishing touch. Well, he missed his touch afterwards as well, Blitz. He didn't approach the ball very well. He rotated in near side when he really should be rotating the other way around. N3 Overdrift. Ready. Take where the open space was left. Again, if he rotates the opposite side of the goal there, if he rotates through the back post, not the front post, that's a relatively easy clear. Overcomplicating things for himself, and now his team needs to go back. There to take the lead again. Man, they gotta be careful they don't overcommit though. N3 Overdrift might catch them here. King does get back. It's a dunk in the midfield. It's a touch for Blitz. King to follow. I don't think Blitz sees it. He still, I don't think, sees it. Now he will see it! And he'll get to the challenge in time. King. Past EJ. Try hard. We'll be back. King, who doesn't find the touch, and a Demo in the backfield removes Blitz. He's gonna get up the Demo spawn and get to the ball quickly. Dribble, flick, not enough on it. Blitz does well to close in the space. The Demo Demons starting to a little bit more in the boost totals. This game has really picked up in pace, and they haven't exactly been fully dictating it all. For now, handling themselves quite well. It feels so similar to the overtime of last game, just waiting for something to show. So far, it's been quiet for the last couple of minutes. Then 3 Overdrift have tied this game. Someone will find a way to break through eventually. I mean, we're going to have to find one. The question will come down to who and when and how. It was an own goal last game, but the Demons, you can tell, starting to really feel it. This is going to be a close battle. I think even they can sense it's going to be even throughout the entire length of the way there. Down to these kind of clutch moments, who can step up, make a difference, be the player to talk about. Hopefully, unlike game 1, for a good reason. King. Gonna be right to EJ, who doesn't get the boost on that one. It is Blitz instead. When miss on the boost there from King. He still doesn't have the boost. He is completely rotated around the boost, so he's not going to be able to go. This one thrown towards the net. I don't know if that was meant to be a dunk attempt there, but Echo went for it, and it will be thrown at the goal. Cleared away by EJ. Blitz missed! This one's going to roll up the back wall harmlessly. Overdrift have ran out of boost. Oh, but they haven't run out of good positioning. Blitz to clear. Blitz to chase. He's got the bump as well. It is Blitz to the empty cage. The Demo Demons have snuck one by in the final moments. Tryhard Echo ran into by Blitz. The first time tonight I can recall a Demo Demons player getting a bump that really matters. As it will be cleared away, the Demo Demons off to a fantastic start in the series. 2 games straight for them. And that means Game 3 is up next. Where the Demo Demons and N3 Overdrift now continue for the rest of the series. There we go, Game 3 is not too far away from us. And for Demo Demons, another close win. These have been surprisingly low-scoring games. You can kind of feel the tension that these teams are having to go through. You can cut it with a knife. That's how scary the situation's got to be for all of them. To know that you're under that kind of pressure. We'll get into our match momentarily here. Game 3, up next. And what could be a big turning point in this series, a place where N3 Overdrift, you have to think, need to get wins. Both games have ended in heartbreak for them. One in overtime and an own goal, the other in the final moments of regulation. But clear from the Demo Demons, who haven't done too much to separate themselves from N3 Overdrift, but have gotten the wins, and ultimately that's all that matters. We head to Game 3, where the Demo Demons lead the series 2-0. You have to think a big moment here if you're N3 Overdrift. They had some time in between games to talk things out, to discuss their game plan. This is where things need to change, and they're already off to a pleasant start. It is EJ. Only 8 seconds into this thing, just threw it at the nets, and he caught King turning the wrong direction. If he turns inward there, he probably gets to it, or at least gets a chance to get a piece of it. Instead, he turns outward towards the boost. Such a habit for some of these players to turn towards the boost. It's in a situation like that where he's got as much as he does have, he doesn't need to turn towards the boost. He's already got more than enough. That's a well-placed shot for N3 Overdrift, and a lead that they really haven't been able to work with at all this whole series. They typically drop the ball early. Demo Demons now need to bring some offense of their own. They've done just that. An ally up. King's pushing on this play. That's risky, because if Tryhard gets that one, if Tryhardy Techo, actually I think this is their name, Tryhardy Techo gets that one, That's probably a play where a Demo Demon's out of position. They're really pushed up high. But it's an aggressive position. It does work. And King has been able to put a goal back for the Demo Demons. Again, Tryhardy Teko, who's going to have a tough time with that one. We'll leave it back now for a teammate, EJ. Now Blitz to the corner. EJ, who overran it. Blitz will chase. He is unlikely to get much on this one. He actually gets nothing on it. He missed completely. Well, Teko has almost nothing to work with here. The Demo Demons trying to get a quick turnaround. Entry Overdrift, though. Really doing well to put some scary challenges in. They're going to try to catch the Demo Demons, I think, on these overcommits where they have been often sending multiple players upfield to the ball. You got to be careful that they don't send too many. And leave that back line open. They'll count the same, including the easy ones. You definitely want to prevent as many easy ones for your opponent as possible. As cleared. Blitz. Sent back to the corner. And 3 Overdrift in a awkward position here. Boost is running a bit low for them, albeit EJ has a full tank. He just picked up the back corner, and he'll chase it down. He ran out of position. There's no boost left here for Teko, and it is the Demo Demons who take the lead. Well, it was EJ who needed to do more on this play. Just his first touch just betrayed him there. Too heavy. He couldn't catch up to it, and he sort of left Teko out to dry. Demo Demons take the lead by 1, and we know they can hold these leads for the rest of the game. Oh, as they miss! It's open! Oh dear, what happened? At this rank level, you'll sometimes just see a little faux pas in the rotation. I think for King there, he just lost focus for a moment. An embarrassing mistake on DFH Stadium. And Entry Overdrift not looking to let him forget. Nearly make it 3-2 there, but there's nobody back. Oh, there is. EJ didn't see him on the out of the peripheral of my screen, but he was there. There's Teko. I think trying to play delayed there. He actually got caught by Blitz. Shot to the net by King. Blitz again. Gonna be the slower one to it here as EJ. Another long touch. We saw him score one of those in the very first few moments of the game. Instead, the Demo Demons are going to quickly transition back the other way. Tough read to make. It's Blitz. It is 3-2! What a strike from Blitz! Thrown to the back of the net! No doubt about this one! The Demo Demons lead again in Game 3. It was one of those ones, I'm sure for Blitz felt perfect once it left his car. So in moments, you can just sometimes feel when a shot's going to be good. That looks like one of them. Perfection on the power. Great on the placement. And a huge, huge clutch moment here. The Demo Demons aren't out of it just yet, though. They need to preserve this lead, something they have struggled to do so far this game. As Teko making it 3-3. Oh, it's just gone wide. I was surprised when Blitz didn't stay in the net in that position. He nearly got paid for it. As another chance. It's the goal for Teko. Tryhardy Teko back again. King, who this time kind of got outside of his net. He needed to rotate in through the back post. And when I say through the back post, I mean literally you want to go right next to the back post. He cuts in early, tries to rotate quickly with a shallow rotation. That leaves yourself open to having plays near the back wall get through you. And the Overdrift. Read it beautifully. And now they've got possession. Teko. You can just put a ball in the net here. It's going to really be a struggle for the Demo Demons to handle. Instead, it's cleared away. Pass was just a bit too low. Blitz. Not looking to give up on this one. Will be pinched back. King, who nearly sends it to his own net. Will need this touch. He won't find it! King didn't challenge! Whether he didn't think N3 Overdrift had this one, I do not know, but what I do know is it's a huge error. King left the opportunity up for N3. You just do not do that at this level. These teams are too good to leave them open nets like that. The Demo Demons have had their fair share of mistakes this series, making some poorly timed ones here in Game 3. They do have the series lead, so they can afford to drop games and still be in the better position, but you don't want to have them be off of your own mistouches and missed communications. Was a miss there. King did push up for it, so he's got to really take his time back here in defense. Cleared away. Away from danger, if you will. Maybe a chance for 4. Left for Blitz. Tech goes in a bit of panic. King trying to get the bump. Won't find all of them. Now he'll go again, trying to get the quick turn on EJ. And instead beats the corner. I think the Overdrift sort of have a communion to discuss it. Now they'll watches this one. He's gonna get through Blitz. It's King who will turn and quick shot. Double commit for N3. He needs just something in the midfield. It's Blitz to the corner. Blitz. Oh, he won't keep it up. It's Techo to clear. This game is over. And we have a real series on our hand here. The first win for N3 Overdrift could be the first of many for N3 Overdrift. And who knows, they could absolutely tie this series up. So often when we see a team start to play well, start to play better, they can usually hold on to that kind of consistency, that momentum for at least a game or two more. So here's a chance for N3 Overdrift to prove that they've got some momentum behind them. They've got some energy in their movements here. The series is proving that it's going to be close. That comes down to, as we get to the middle point of this series, the true middle point of this series, which team is going to have the... Which team is going to be able to step up more, turning the situations. Who, specifically on this field, is going to be a stand-up player. We've seen different people stand up and be there. Last game was a great performance from Techo. I liked a lot of what I saw from Blitz, as he's not going to get back in time. EJ is going to throw this one to the net, and the Demo Demons. Well, you wonder what happened to the other player in the rotation here. King's just on the sidewall. I don't know what he was doing up there, but it wasn't planning for a challenge, because that's definitely not where you challenge the ball. And Demo Demons really starting to get caught now on their heavy commit offense. Something that wasn't a problem earlier in this series, but definitely is becoming an issue now, is how willing they are to just send both players upfield, and how you really can't do that against teams with a consistent defense. If your offense itself is struggling to score, Demo Demons gotta make sure that they do not give up too many more openings like that to N3 Overdrift, or really any team in the playoffs, because most teams at this point in their playoffs are going to see that for what it is, and that is open space to exploit. The Demo Demons right now are sitting at is a situation where they've been willing and able to send multiple players upfield, and now they're in a position where they really can't keep doing that. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust, if at all, to this change of play. For now, they're just trying to find goals and maybe catch N3. It's a tough position for EJ, and a little bit of a trip there. Techco sort of jumped on top of EJ. Neither player could move. Demo Demons had a chance there, but they won't be able to take it, and feels like tonight's been a night of many good chances for Demo Demons not taken. They've had plenty of good opportunities, and they've had more good opportunities. But throughout the entirety of this series, there's been many times where I've mentioned how they haven't scored from them. There'll be another one. And now N3 Overdrift make it 2-0. And things are starting to fall apart here for the Demo Demons, a team that lost to N3 Overdrift in the regular season. They need a big response. That is maybe what they needed. It won't be a pretty goal. It really doesn't need to be. Just any goal. And they can try to ask themselves back into the conversation Was King missed the boost. Actually go back for it. I don't know if I like that positioning, but Tekko won't be able to get a clean touch on it here. And in fact, it's a poor play for EJ. King is racing. It's a miss for Tekko, but not for EJ, who does well to maintain his cool. And N3 overdrift. Low on boost. Will just have to clear the ball out and give themselves some time. EJ. Brilliant challenge. Let's do. Launch the ball the other way, and he's going to get to the second touch first. This one is left up in the air. King not ready for it. Now he will. He shoots it into his own teammate, and Blitzu was there going for the bump. The Demo Demons still hold this one as King. Not enough on it. Not even on targets, and here we go again with N3 Overdrift on the ball. King. Up in his own back corner will be Blitzu. He's going to have a tough time managing in the corner. His first touch wasn't really all that great for him. His second was a lot better, though, but still in the blue half of the field here. The Demo Demons will not like this. N3 Overdrift absolutely will to make it 3-1. It is EJ off the bar and in. And it is N3 Overdrift to rocket this one to the top corner. You don't get much better placement than that. And inside the final 2 minutes, N3 Overdrift have made a real good case for themselves in this series now. What would be a second game in a row. They have been the clear better team. Scoreline does not lie about that. This is where if you're the Demo Demons, if you can't turn this game around, you start talking about that tactical timeout, making adjustments. Clearly, N3 Overdrift have made theirs. The Demo Demons need to make their own changes in kind. Unless they have something that they can do in this game. Right now, though, the best they can do is sort of wait in the midfield and... I remember earlier talking about how over-aggressive they were on offense. Now, feels like we've seen the exact opposite from them. Not enough threatening players on offense. They've swung from one extreme to the other. And so often I'm seeing an offense that just doesn't have a second player supporting it. If this team was one where they had someone who was a clear leader in striking, who could score extremely consistently, I'd say that that's not a bad idea, but this is a team effort. This is a Demo Demon side that clearly works together and likes to work together. They're definitely being forced into a position that they are not comfortable with, nor do they seem to be used to. As they still need another one! Oh, it's a bouncing shot from King! It gives the Demo Demons some time to work with, 39 seconds to be exact. But they can come back in this game. EJ cleared away. It'll be Tekko now, who will hold in the corner. Demoed out by King, and the net is vulnerable! Blitz comes through! A lightning fast comeback from the Demo Demons. You blink and you'll miss it. 2 goals in a row. In the span of 16 seconds apart. And they're not done yet either. They might want another one in regulation. Blitz! Gonna let EJ have this one. EJ, waiting on the dribble. Cleared back! The net's open! This ball will roll all the way! 4-3! The Demo Demons take the lead late. Their first time holding a lead all game. And yet again, it will be tragedy late for N3 Overdrift. The Demo Demons are 1 win away from advancing to the grand final. Game 5 now. Up next. Now, there's definitely been a stop to the momentum here. The Demo Demons have found their form late. And for N3 Overdrift, who had a stellar Game 3, had a Game 4 that looked like it was going to fall the same way, going up 3-1, scoring first as well. To lose it all late in the final moments, just like they had in Game 2. Gonna be all too bitter for N3 Overdrift to taste. And now, they must win 3 games in a row if they are to stay in this tournament. Elimination on the line here for N3. They've already lost Overdrive in the quarterfinals. They might lose Overdrift here in the semis. As the Demo Demons, the number 2 overall team in this bracket, may be able to punch their ticket to the championship match 1 week from now. Well, they've already got off to a good start. Perfect challenge. A lead for the Demo Demons. N3 Overdrift opting not to take a tactical timeout between games 4 and 5. They do have one. They've obviously chosen that they do not wish to use it. And the Demo Demons still enacting their punishment. As Blitz, waiting under it, will win the challenge. Out to King. A tough read for EJ. He will get to it in time. The Demo Demons still searching for a second goal. If they can get a 2 or 3 goal lead in this game, it might be enough to force N3 Overdrift out of this matchup entirely. These games have exactly been ones where we've seen comebacks, but N3 Overdrift not really one to do it. That should be in! Oh, it's hit the bar and stayed out! Well, the shot that was actually too good for N3 Overdrift. And here goes the Demo Demons! It's an answer! It's Blitz! It's 2-0! And it's N3 Overdrift wondering how on earth this game isn't tied at this point. A shot right in front of the net that goes off the bar, off the defender and out. And the Demo Demons quick on their heels to put it the other way. And now are up 2 goals. I don't think they're done either. They'd like more. They'd like to be 3-0 up. Boys, EJ had his boost taken from him. Still unable to get the clear. Tecco getting bumped. It is King who makes it his call. And it's a good call at that. His second of the game. He's already got a brace. The Demo Demons are up 3 goals to good. And may be just a few minutes away from locking in their spot in the championship match. Blitz almost makes it 4. That bar saving EJ, who did just get enough on it. He did just enough to keep that ball out, but they need some offense right now. Offense that they won't get just yet. Look at this one, Blitz chasing for the bump. Ooh, it's a miss for King. Blitz is just going to slow this one down. It's a read that N3 will get to. Oh, but not well. Blitz to the back wall. Tough play for Tecco. King. Oh, he wasn't ready for that one. Blitz is going to get the demo, though. Goodbye offense. Goodbye N3 Overdrift. Still no goals this game. It might be 4. It's just kept wide. A little bit of help from the crossbar. As here goes EJ. Shot to the net. His first shot of the game might be N3 Overdrift's first shot of the game as a team. And already, Demo Demons back the other way, not giving them anything to work with. Another double commit here from N3, who I think are really feeling the time crunch at this point. There is still about half the game to play, but has not exactly been a game that's favored them so far. That's just off the post. Nearly the goal that N3 was looking for. Instead, the Demo Demons stay so far unscathed, and they might make it 4. That ball's gone in. Well, a fortuitous bounce into a 50-50 challenge. Blitz just dunks out that defender. Not even the last defender, just the defender. EJ was demoed as well in the middle of that play. Demo Demons make it 4-0. Looking to run away with it here. King. Unable to break through. Will be Blitz now. Off the side wall. He has doesn't have a second touch in tow. It will fall back to King. And the Demo Demons at this point, they don't even really necessarily need to play good defense. I think the winning strategy for them here is just keep the ball upfield as long as possible. You love the offense. You like this kind of control. You're winning the challenges. You know that N3 Overdrift is desperate. Just keep the ball upfield. Don't let them have a chance. Maybe, just maybe, you'll get another goal for it. Bit of an overcommit there. Pretty back, though. Was Blitz. N3 Overdrift. So far back in the net, they really didn't have a breakout opportunity from that. Here goes Blitz again. Not past Teko. He does win the challenge. In fact, he wins the challenge against both players. He's going to take out even more time in this game. Lob touch. EJ missing. Teko lifted up by King. Here goes Blitz for 5-0. It won't have enough on it to find the goal, but Demo Demon still attacking. They'll head back now. N3 Overdrift need to score. Oh, they've missed it completely. Teko felt the pressure from behind. He was so worried, he jumped out of the way just to not get demoed for it. Demo Demons have been pristine this game. Offense has been clicking. Their defense has so far been on point. They'll give up this one to the back left corner. Tryhard Teko will get a goal, but in the final 30 seconds, it might be just too little too late. Demo Demons have done a great job at separating the two for most of this game. And the Overdrift will close it in just a little bit, but they need to close it in a whole lot more if they would have any hope in this one, and need to score every chance they're going to get from here on out. EJ. King to clear. EJ again. Tryhard Teko. King. Another clear to make it 5-1. He won't score in that play, but he won't need to. This series has already been set in stone. Demo Demons will take one more goal as the exclamation points in this matchup. It will be a 4-1 series victory. And revenge against the team that beat them in the regular season, but ultimately a spot in the grand finals for the number 2 overall seed. Demo Demons will take the match, and the Overdrift season is over. And next week it'll be the Demo Demons, one of 2 teams battling for the ultimate award this season. That being Alpha and Omega Season 1 champions. Congratulations on the win, a 4-1 victory. The Demo Demons, just the more consistent team throughout. What a showing here for the Demo Demons, just the out-and-out better team. Through 5 games, this is their chance to now make a mark in the championship. I'll show you again what the bracket looks like here. It's not too complicated, though. They'll play against the winner of KCG Die Bombers and Vox Serpents. Again, that match will be next week. But it has been, well, a very convincing win for them. I was expecting this match to be close. It was very close in the beginning, but in the clutch moments, the Demo Demons found their mark. Multiple 1-goal differences, by the way. They really were the team that had more pressure, more possession, more of the control on offense. Typically, the team that has that is going to be the better team at the end of the match, this being no different. The Demo Demons able to consistently be the team that just positionally was better throughout this series. A tough position, a tough mark here. If you are N3 Overdrift. But a spot win here. I think we're going to get an interview in just a moment. Yeah, we are. We're going to get a quick interview here with the Demo Demons. As we'll get them to join us in just a moment. There we go. Welcome in Blitz. 4-1 victory into the grand final. The Demo Demons, the number 2 overall seed, booked their ticket to the last match of the season. How are you feeling?
Well, that was just interesting. And the extra resets were just throwing me off a little bit because as that as once you reset once, it's realistically the ping won't change. You're just lagging. It's just unfortunate that they were having a little bit lag there.
This is a team in N3 Overdrift that beat you guys in the regular season 3-2, one of 2 teams to do that. The other being the KCG Die Bombers on the other side of the bracket here. How satisfying was it to get the win against a team that beat you in the regular season? A team that obviously was right next to you guys, was number 3 in seeding, that beat you in the regular season, sent you to a 5-2 record. Talk to me. How satisfying was it to get the win here tonight?
We were just glad to make it to finals. Because it really doesn't matter end of the day who we win or lose. It is as long as we make it to playoffs and make it for the finals and win it.
Well, you're only 1 win away. The finals will be next week. This has been a pretty long season. You're one of a few teams in this tournament, one of very few teams that don't actually have a substitute as well. But obviously, you two work so well together here. You Blitz, King as well, following right behind. It is a match that obviously requires consistency. Talk to me kind of just about like building up that team as the season goes on. You and King have had a lot of matches together. Obviously, you guys don't have a sub, so you've had to play a lot of matches together as a duo. Talk to me about kind of the building that rapport with each other, building up that kind of connection, and being able to sort of, as the season goes on, recognize that as a team, you guys are just getting better together.
Well, we didn't really play anything outside of league matches. We just work really well together. Our chemistry just came instantly. We've maybe played like 3 sessions outside of the when we first met, so yeah.
Well, you guys are into the grand final. KC Die Bombers or Vox Serpents. As you said, you don't really care who you guys play against, just that you can get that win. What's the game plan now? You're a week away from the championship, a week away from the grand finals. What's the plan that you guys are going to go into, kind of planning to prepare for this grand finals, and of course, in your mind, excel in the grand finals?
Well, we're just gonna keep the vibes up because as in our VC, we're just always vibing, and that's what helped us get through. And we aren't even really thinking about the game. We just focusing on good vibes and just destroying people.
You guys are 1 step away from taking the tournament here. The grand finals will be here next week. Well, good luck in that. Before you do go, Blitz, do you have any shoutouts, anything else you want to add?
Whoever we face, better watch out. There might be a couple demos coming your way.
Well, there are a couple demos in this series as well. Thank you so much for joining, Blitz. Good luck to you,
Yep.
to King, and to of course, the Demo Demons next week in your grand finals. Have an amazing night. Congratulations on the win.
You too.
As Blitz joining us there. Cap off a 4-1 victory for the Demo Demons. That'll end this night of action. Thank you all so much for joining the Sportiest stream. I really appreciate it. It means a lot for me to see so many people show up. But that is it. Ending the night. Reminder that the Paradise Cup is starting tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Sign-ups close at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. A 3-day tournament, $600 in prizing, championship. Well, and a great match and a great tournament that we're going to have all 3 days of on this channel. So we'll be live again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the start time. If you want to join the Paradise Cup, it is !Paradise in chat to join the bracket. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Sportiest stream. Have an amazing rest of your night.